Hail, bird of prey. 5. Hail, Karuga.
Kapla!
Kapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Kiroga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
If you come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. If you're here to make war, we surrender.
Both good. The important thing is I'm meeting new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. And that means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird o' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird o' Prey 5, Kapla, and welcome to Bed Life for Friday, August 18th, 2023. As always, TBIF, thank Bird, it's Friday. Not Ryan Johnson was first in the chat with hello and Kapla. Hail Karoga, hail Karoga. Not Ryan Johnson. Richie Poole puts in a couple of alpacas. Welcome, Richie. Last Son of K says, Kapla, Bird, it's the word. At least that's what I heard, Bird. So what is the word, Bird? Kapla, Last Son of K. And the word is rhyming, which you are doing. And he says, what? My poetry isn't bad enough for Bad Poetry Day? Actually, that was fairly decent poetry. I commemorate. No, I do something with a C. I celebrate your poetry, your valiant poetry. And Last Son of K is laughing. And he says, sorry, I'm not a smart fellow like Henry Wadsworth Longfellow. Have another mellow yellow. Okay, now you're stretching it. He says, I'll stop now, just did it for the lols. Hope you and the O'Preys are doing well today. Thank you, I hope you are doing well today. Richie Poole puts in a mom O'Prey, sis O'Prey, nephew O'Prey, and the sassy emoji. Thank you, Richie. The Traveler, Applaud West, says Bird of Prey 5, greetings birds, salty turds, and nerds. And puts in the alpaca, sis O'Prey, nephew O'Prey, sassy, mom O'Prey, and Karoga flag emojis. Jedi Bill says Kapla, brother warrior, Bird of Prey, and hail Karoga. Hail Karoga, Jedi Bill. I hope you're doing well. I know you are still dealing with your computer issues. Hope you got some work, or hope you have an idea, a plan to get back into the world of streaming. The Traveler says, hello world. It's Bird of Prey 5, Kapla, Kapla. Jedi Bill says hello to Richie Poole. Traveler says hello to Jedi Bill. Bill says hello to Last Son of K and the Traveler, who then sails to Jedi Bill, Richie Poole, and the Traveler, and adds, "Shut up, Wesley." Jedi Bill says hello, and to LDG, Yvette, and Tim, and to Deej. Last Son of K is waving and not Ryan Johnson. Dave G. Sound is in the house. Says hello to Jedi Bill and Karoga. Sean PRK says, Bird of Prey, Kaplar Bird, hope you and the family are doing well today. Thank you. And he says, hello, you all. And the Last Son of K hails to Dave G. Sound. And then the chat jumps. And then the chat jumps. Where are we? Where are we? The Traveler says, Bird is never late. He is never early. He is always arrives precisely when he means to, although he may forget to turn on his microphone sometimes. That is all true. Sci-Fi Nation, Kapla Sci-Fi Nation. Says, greetings, Bird O' Prey 5, Mom O' Prey, Sassy O' Prey, and fellow nerds. All hail glorious Karoga, and of course, the God Emperor, Bird O' Prey. Kapla, Jason from Sci-Fi Nation. Hey, we're all rhyming today on Bad Poetry Day. Last Son of K says, hail to Sci-Fi Nation. Sci-Fi says, greetings back. The Last Son of K. The Travelers is when everyone has a wrench but me, because I don't like having a wrench. Well, you know, everybody who doesn't butt moderate accidentally or has asked to not have a wrench has a wrench. We had some unfortunate butt moderation going on Salty's channel yesterday. It happens. It happens when people don't lock their phones and they put their phones in their pocket. And yeah. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Kapla. 47 Yorktown. The Travelers is Bird of Prey 5. Remember, I always get the first Kapla. You do. You do, Traveler. You do. Thank you for that. Last Son of K says hello to 47. Sean says your feeble weapons will be useless against us. Gap After Dark says, hey, Bird. Hello, all. Kapla, Gap After Dark. Matt G is in the house again. Kapla, Matt G, with some new emojis, and then the turquoise wave. Sean PRK says, from now on, it's going to be under one roof. We, the people. I've been looking at other clips to use for future iterations of the opening credits. And I was thinking one day I might do a Mirror Universe version of the opening credits. Of course, they wouldn't really be from episodes in the Mirror Universe. They would just be from episodes that don't portray the crew perhaps in the best light. Like instead of Captain Kirk getting up on the pool table and saying that you know, you're going to run this, you've been running this like a pieceworks factory. You're going to run this profit from now on. Or instead of Captain Kirk talking about we, the people, it would instead be the evil Captain Kirk as he was, you know, chasing Yeoman Rand around her quarters or something like that. That would much less appropriate starting story, but we'll see. Maybe for I don't know. Is there opposite day? I'll check that. I'm sure there's got to be an opposite day. National Opposite Day. Low Specs Linux Laptop is in the house. Kapla Low Specs Linux Laptop. Gap After Dark says hey to Jedi Bill. Cinnabon Bunny says hello. Kapla Cinnabon Bunny. Cinnabon Bunny is totally rich. He joined the 1%. He got a whole bunch of Disney cards worth tons of money today. And I'm sure that they're just going up in value, and make sure he pays his fair share of taxes, because he's, 2% of the nation's GDP is currently in Cinnabon's Disney cards packages that he opened today to give away, to sell, to resell. Last on the case is someone should splice the bird of prey decloaking in front of Jack and Rose on the bow of the Titanic, scaring them off. That wouldn't be a bad. That would be a nice set. Yeah, it would be a nice video. Jedi Bill says hello to Not Ryan Johnson. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says kapla, kapla. Mike Richards is greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Sean PRK says I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it. Jedi Bill says hello to Cinnabon Bunny. And Sean says Mike Richards greetings from Texas. Last on the case is I'm falling behind on the greetings. And then it all jumped again. Let's see. I think I've got it. I'm falling behind the greetings. Sorry. Hail all who just joined, says Last Son of K. Gorilla says, I actually came in 3rd place in a statewide poetry contest. I came in 1st place in a citywide poetry contest in high school. Of course, they assumed that I was, let's say, I'm pretty sure they assumed that I was a child who was living in the projects, because I wrote as if I was somebody living in the projects. But it was just my imagination. And I never showed up. They wanted me to come down to get an award, and I was like, no, sorry, I'm busy that day. And I still got it. I mean, I still got reference, wrote in that I won, but I was not pictured for to get the award. And I'm sure that they're probably just as well happy that I wasn't there, so they could just assume they knew what I looked like. Yeah, it's the reality. Jedi Bill says, hail to Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Mike Richards says greetings to Sean. Yvette says good evening, Bird and everyone. I'm home. Awesome, Yvette. Awesome to the lovely Yvette. Last Son of K says good evening to Yvette. Gorilla's Random Thoughts says hey to Bill. And Yvette says hey to the last son. Captain Fandom Nerd says hello, Captain. Captain, you streamed yesterday, and 11 minutes, 12 minutes, and you turned it off. I got there 10 minutes. 10 minutes after you finished streaming. I was like, how is this possible? I was so sad. So sad I missed your stream yesterday that I streamed myself. I did an open panel stream yesterday for anybody who didn't notice. Yeah, Captain, I totally missed your stream. The Travelers was Bird of Prey. It wasn't me on Salty's channel this time. No, I know it wasn't. I know it wasn't you. It was Gorilla's Random Thoughts. Says, how can it be a butt moderation when it was in the front pocket? Yeah, I know that's what you claim. I still say it was butt moderation. Last on the case is Hail the Captain Fandom Nerd, who says hello back. Sci-Fi Nation says Traveler accidentally butt banned peeps on this channel way back when. Yep. Sean PRK says Bird of Prey, no more we the people. Of course there's we the people. That's just a chance, one day. Listen, I'm not somebody who does change just for the sake of change, but once in a while, I will change from having scrambled eggs to having eggs over easy. And then I will change back. And then I'll change too, and I will change back. So I have some, some type of variety in my morning eggs, but they're still eggs. Cinnabon Bunny is smiling because he knows he's rich. Not Ryan Johnson says, hail to Jedi Bill, and so does Cinnabon Bunny. Last on the case is Bird is a poor black child. I grew up a poor black child, or at least in this poem I did. I didn't say I was black. I just said that, I was in an apartment, and I could hear the gunshots ringing out below, and it's not my fault. They assumed. You know what happened when you assume, right? When you assume, Bird gets an award. Pleasant Valley Pika CA says, hi, Bird and chat. Kapla, Pleasant Valley Pika. Picker. And says, hey, Gorilla, what's tonight's Walton's episode? Mike Richards asks, cultural appropriation. It might have been a little bit of cultural appropriation, although I still say it was their fault for assuming. Captain Phantom Nerd says, I did not notice you streamed. I did. I streamed yesterday. I didn't have 30 minutes head start. So, if you weren't there, you didn't see it. Last Son of Gay says Mike Richards, I was actually making a reference to the Steve Martin movie, The Jerk. And Gorilla says, well, it's true. Well, okay, Gorilla. Good for you, Gorilla. Good for you. So Gorilla did not butt ban, he front banned. Use your imagination. The Travelers of Sci-Fi Nation, and I'll ban you once I get my powers back. Last on the case says, I was born a poor black child. Steve Martin and Berto Prey fun. The Travelers with Berto Prey, some people used to say Italians aren't really white, but that was like yesterday or something. Now it's true, The Traveler. Lots of people say Italians aren't really white, including the Klan. Italians, I tried to join the Klan, and then they said, what, you're Italian? And then they tried to, I thought they were picking me up to like say, oh, yay, you're going to be the head of the Klan. But no, they tried to put my head in they called it a circle of power, but it looked a lot like a rope. I had to fight my way. Off. So yeah, apparently the Italians, the Klan, not a fan of Italians. Of course, they looked at me and they said, "Italian," and I was trying to correct them on the pronunciation of like we don't need any more of these Mario players. And I was trying to tell them, no, it's pronounced Mario, and they were like looking at me like I was off about something. And I was also kind of curious because I was like, wait, is that your sister or your wife? And they were like, I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't even understand what they were saying. It was so hill folk. So I was like, okay, maybe this isn't the organization I thought it was supposed to be. And I thought it was about well, I just thought, this was a place where you would wear your homemade Halloween costumes that Mamo Prey was a big fan of.
Oh. Oh.
It wasn't. Apparently they did not care for it. No, Karoga is not evil, Kronos. By the way, hello, Kronos. Hello. Last on the case is it's the opening line of the movie. It's funny hearing Steve Martin deliver the line. Kronos is pure evil. Pleasant Valley Figure Canada says the roots. It looks like gorilla. And the Traveler says this is a tame bird rant. This isn't a rant. I'm not ranting. I'm just explaining. I'm explaining my childhood. Chrono says Mamo Prey is here. Well, she's here with me, but she is not telling a tale today. Mamo Prey is getting some rest. She is resting while I stream. Last on the case is the Traveler doesn't believe in free speech. Good to know. Fear, friendly fire. I didn't say the Traveler. The Traveler certainly believes in free speech. He has to believe in free speech in order to say what he's saying. Okay. But it is indeed Friday the 18th. So let's go ahead and see what days, what special day is August the 18th. It's National Couples Day. Love is in the air and it smells sweet with a hint of spice. Now, let me tell you, I am I do not care for National Couples Day. I am now cynical and jealous, and I hate love. Therefore, bah humbug. Everybody should be an angry single like myself. I'm tired. No love. No more. I don't want to hear it. I am outlawing true love today in Karoga for the day, because that's the type of thing I can do. It's National Fajita Day, though, so if you love fajitas, that's okay. Nothing better than a juicy cut of skirt steak sizzling over an open flame. That's, you know what, that's good. It's the Green Man Festival. Grab your keys and head out to grab whales most vibrant festival, the Green Man Festival. I guess that means Wales, the country, not really a country, the whatever part of England, whatever they're called. So, hey, it's Hawaiian Shirt Day. Take a stroll through beautiful Hawaii and adorn the Aloha shirt to commemorate the day. I guess that's they don't mean Maui yet. Any of the other islands, it's Hawaiian Shirt Day. Probably not the best day to be Hawaiian Shirt Day, but you know what? We'll take it.
Indications negative at this time.
Jedi Bill, Kapla Jedi Bill with $1 super chat. And you got Eyebrow Dax. Eyebrow Dax. Thanks you so much, Jedi Bill. On this Hawaiian Shirt Day. Oh, it's Kool-Aid Day. The Kool-Aid Man. Treat yourself and raise a glass of iced Kool-Aid drink to celebrate the day. You know, I have not had Kool-Aid in a long time. Kool-Aid. Do they make grape Kool-Aid? I don't know. Gotta check it out. Even cherry Kool-Aid. Is there a difference between cherry Kool-Aid and cherry Jell-O that has yet to solidify? To me, they always tasted pretty much exactly the same. It's Long Tan Day. No, it's not about getting a good tan under the sun. It's a solemn remembrance day. What the hell does that mean? It's a gun in the ground with a... Is this about dead troops? I guess we better find out more about it. And Captain Fandom Nerd with $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Captain. Long Tan Day is a historic day that honors those who fought and fell at the Battle of Long Tan on August 18th and has nothing to do with soaking up the sun. In 1966, the People's Army of Vietnam and some members of the 1st Australian Task Force were pinned down and outnumbered by Viet Cong insurgents in a rubber plantation on the outskirts of Long Tan. Both Vietnam and Australians celebrate the Long Tan Day on the same day, honoring the bravery and steadfast commitment of the soldiers who held their ground despite the odds. And Captain Phantom Nerd got, it's a fake. Thank you, Captain. Well, this day is a mixed. I thought this was a joke of a day, and it turns out to be a serious holiday. And yeah, I'm not going to make fun of the Australian people. So we will move on. National Angela Day, but that doesn't look like an Angela. Sorry. Find a different model. It is National Bad Poetry Day. Roses are red, violets are blue. If Shakespeare can write poetry, so can you. Well, you know who's even better at poetry than Shakespeare? Chat GPT. Do we have? Yes. Here, I had Chat GPT put together a bad poem. Now, what goes into a bad poem? I said, write a poem about sewage, love, rusty nails, pigeons, and AIDS. And then it wrote this pretty long poem. And I said, you can do it in half as long, please. And Then I said, try again. And I said, try again a second time. And to be honest, I think this one is the best. So here is ChatGPT's addition to Bad Poetry Day. In a city's heart, where tales combine sewage and love, and unlikely line, rusty nails whisper stories of old, pigeons soar, their secrets told. Amidst the grit, love finds its space, a resilient bloom in life's embrace. Rusty nails bind souls so tight, in hidden corners, love takes flight. Pigeons carry messages in high, as love's light paints the sky. AIDS may cast its shadows you, love's strength prevails, steadfast and true. So, a big thank you to ChatGPT for National Bad Poetry Day. It's also National Ice Cream Pie Day. Prepare to treat your taste buds to insanely delicious ice cream pie. National Mail Order Catalog Day. Celebrate and learn about the world's oldest and most innovative marketing strategies. Those were the days. Those were the days. I remember as a kid, I used to get a mail order catalog in, and it was set for the weekend. I would go through every page by page of the catalog, looking for all the weirdest things. It was like before Amazon. Before Amazon was a thing, and the only place you could order was from catalogs. Like, I could either go to the mall, but there was no place at the mall that had all the things in the weird catalog. I mean, you go to Sharper Image, the Discovery stores, things like that, but those things were generally overpriced. And, these things, you could still find something interesting for $5, $4, $2. But, you have to order them and then wait weeks for it to come. Whereas when you went to the mall, they were very much more expensive, but you pretty much went home with them. But yeah, the good old days. It is also National Men's Grooming Day, and to be honest, I think men probably groom themselves too much these days. So let's just keep going. It's Never Give Up Day. Never give up day. When the going gets tough, the tough get going. Never give up. That's Mom O'Pre's favorite day. It's Pinot Noir Day. I know I'm not pronouncing it right. The wine, Pinot Noir. Grab a wine opener and enjoy a little refinement on this Pinot Noir Day. It is also Serendipity Day. Let's dare to be different, try something new, and appreciate the beauty of the moment. Serendipity, it's not even a fucking real word. It's not even a real word. I had to look it up. Yeah, forgive me. I thought I knew what serendipity meant, but then when I thought about it, I was like, that doesn't even make any sense. And so I looked it up, and I was like, what? That makes even less sense than I thought I knew what it was. But apparently I never knew what serendipity really meant And I challenge you, if you think you know what serendipity means, look it up and tell me, is that really what you thought it meant? Because I'm going to bet for half of you, you probably never knew. Serendipity, as far as I'm concerned, not even a real word, as it was just made up by some author like 100 years ago. Bullshit. So serendipity should be removed from the dictionary. And finally, it's World Breast Cancer Research Day, and the artwork for this is kind of surprising. As you can tell, it's, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 dozen, not dozen, 12 pairs. 12 pairs of women's hands. Why are they all women's hands? If it's Breast Cancer Research Day, shouldn't it be breasts? And why are they all women's? Are only women capable of doing breast cancer research? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's a bad photo, but I'm just saying it's very provocative. What are they reaching for? Do they mean to be rubbing up against all the other hands? I mean, it just seems weird. Like, they're not, what are they doing? What are they telling the women to do in this photo? Just stick your hands into a circle, put them palm up. What are you supposed to be telling us? What does this mean? Are you all like putting your hand out? Is this reaching for a handout? Like the government's supposed to come and drop money into your hand for research? Or is this some type of sexual thing? Like you're all rubbing up against each other? I don't get it. And they just overthrow a breast cancer awareness ribbon over it, but that's just done in post. There is no ribbon there. What was the thought process when they took this photo? What did they tell the women to do? And where are all these women coming from? I mean, is there really room? Because I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, 6 women in the photo. Are these other arms, are they photoshopped in? Or are they just literally other women that are just push their hands through? I don't know. I want to say it looks like it's photoshopped, but it really doesn't look like it's photoshopped. Like, I think there's people who just put their arms around the women from behind just to shove their hands into place. I'm just saying it's weird. It's weird. And yes, men can get breast cancer too. That is a fact. It's a fact. It doesn't set me off. It's not a rant. See, this isn't a rant. It's just a question. I'm just like, I see this, and sure, it's arousing to a point, but then to another point, it's like, what happened to actually make this photo happen? I mean, photos like this, they don't happen by accident, right? The photographer had to plan this out. Okay, the photographer had to have a vision. Like, he woke up or she woke up one day, and she's like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get 10 to 15 women to stand in a circle, and they're going to put both hands out into the circle with their palms faced up, and I'm going to get on a ladder, and I'm going to aim the camera down, and I'm going to take a picture of all the palms aimed at my camera, and I'm going to use that, and I'm going to sell it to a stock photography store. And then one day they will use it for breast cancer research. And then, one day, Friday the 18th, will be forever synonymous with my photo. I don't know. I don't know. Let's check the chat. Chrono says, RP to the Hawaiian people. Last on the case is, when is Special Idiots Day? Oh, wait, that's every day. Chrono says, fandom is rich. Pleasant Valley Picker Canada says, AOC app. Is that the right app, Gorilla? The Traveler says, when does Bird read this? It's whatever day, what web page it is. Where does Bird read? It's called nationalday.com. I will put the link. I will put the link out for those interested, although that's a direct link to World Breast Cancer Research Day, nationalday.com. That's the main link. Sean says to Pleasant Valley Picker, special day is every day. Corona says, it's a steak. Spank the like button, says Kronos. Last on the case says, it's okay, Bird. Most days are joke days, just to make certain soft-brained people feel special. Pleasant Valley Picker Canada says, I nominate never another National Anything Day. And pigeons are gross. I know they're not the cleanest birds. That's why I put them in the shitty puzzle. Shitty poem. Last on the case is ice cream cake is better. Indeed. Kronos says, I don't do ice cream. How do you not do ice cream, Kronos? Maybe you're lactose intolerant? But it's ice cream, it's not lactose. Sci-Fi Nation says, roses are red, violets are blue. All hail Karoga, where it's off to the mines for you. Very good. Kronos is so melty. Yes. The Traveler says, oh dear goodness, it's going to be one of those streams. Pleasant Valley Picker says, a lot of these days are quite silly. Kronos says, I forgot about Sharper Image. When I used to go to the mall, it was all about the Sharper Image. I think it was called the Discovery Store. Oh, I forget what the other ones were. But they were all like, they had very expensive, weird things. Let me tell you, the last place I would usually go was, what was it called? Spencer Gifts, yes. Spencer Gifts. That was like the cheap bottom of the barrel. You got your gag gifts, your fake lottery tickets, your bumper stickers, posters, I did like they had the what's it, Newton's cradles, the steel balls that would pop one after the other. The desk toys, those types of things. The pins, the plastic pins, and you would put like your hand underneath, and you'd get like the pin picture of whatever was underneath. Those types of things. Plus, they'd have a lot of, I don't want to say perverted, but perverted type of things. Dirty jokes and I don't know, T-shirts that weren't the nicest, weren't maybe not safe for school type things. They'd have those plasma balls. The plasma balls, those were nice. They would have lava lamps, things like that. Spencer gifts. Sharper Image, they would have the fancy like radios, MP3 players. They had I really like the metal cars. They'd have the way bigger than, I think they were like 1/16 or something size, or 1/200. I don't know. But they were, they were like $40 or $50 per car. It was like and they had licensed. I had a whole bunch of Jeeps. I had all the Jeeps. I had a few Hummers. I had like the Back to the Future car. I still have them somewhere. They were out for so long. I kept them on my bed set that before I got sick, they had been sitting so long, the rubber of the wheels kind of bonded to the wood of my dresser because I hadn't moved them in years. But yeah. Getting a call. Mount Kisco. Let's see. Hello.
From the Diabetic Center. How are you today?
Diabetic Center.
Yeah, and I have your number that shows you are a diabetic patient, right?
I am not.
That's right. Anyone in your family having diabetes?
Nobody.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Well, well, it was at least he said to have a lovely day. Yeah, I usually they argue with you, say, yes, you do, you have diabetes. We have it here. They get mad. Okay, well, he was a pleasant guy. I should have asked him if did he ever shop at Sharper Image? Okay. Yeah, Sharper Image catalog, but the store closed down. Last on the case is Yes Bird. Too many metrosexuals, wannabe males, worry about landscaping too much. Last on the case is nuance is a made-up word too, Bird. Kronos is bird of prey. There's Mamo Prey going to make a Mamo Prey tale. Probably not today. Richie Poole says ban Kronos. Oh.
He wouldn't like it because he just wanted to be bad ice cream.
Mamo Prey says she was going to have a tale, but you weren't going to like it because it was about ice cream. So now she's not going to do it. Richie Poole says hashtag ban Chronos. The Traveler says serendipity, meaning the occurrence and development of events by chance in a happy and beneficial way. Yep, just what I thought. Pleasant Valley Picker, Canada says World's Breast Cancer Research Day should feature boobies. Men can get breast cancer too. Yes. Traveler says men can get breast cancer too. Woke people. Yeah, it's a legit thing. You don't need to be a woman to get breast cancer. The Traveler says, I love the way Bird describes things. Pleasant Valley Picker says, I was making a joke and didn't see you type that. Richie Poole says, they were thinking at the time they took that photo, let's confuse Birdo Prey. The Traveler says, but it's kind of like saying men can get pregnant. No, it's nothing like that, because men cannot get pregnant, but men absolutely can get breast cancer. You don't need to have developed breasts to get breast cancer. But obviously there are men who have somewhat developed breasts. So, you know, it just happens. Yeah, that's right. Some men who watch the stream wear bras. LDG. Last Sunday case is the Traveler. It's a very small percentage versus women, but men can get breast cancer. Not a woke statement. Right. I mean, a small percentage of men can get breast cancer. No percentage of men can get pregnant. Sci-Fi Nation says they've got woman from behind to shove it into place. What? They got the woman from behind to shove it into place. Did I say that? The Traveler says, I missed Tuesday. Crazy off-the-wall bird rants. Tuesday was open lines, wasn't it? Pleasant Valley Picker says, I think the photo represents women coming together to support research. Should have included a few male hands to be accurate. Yeah, but then I'm guessing they would have had to put men in between all those women. And then, you know, that could have been problematic. Yvette says the hands photo originally had a big wobbly boob in the center, but they photoshopped over it. Last 100K says the only form of cancer only men can get is prostate. Women don't have a prostate. Every other form of cancer is possible for both men and women. Well, no, because there's ovarian cancer, there's uterine cancer, and men don't have ovaries or a uterus. So there are cancers that are unique to a gender or a sex. They should call it pectoral cancer. For men, says the Traveler. Events as an accidental discovery, or as I like to think of serendipity, as dumb luck. It's not dumb luck. My sister passed from breast cancer, so I fully support research. Absolutely, Pleasant Valley Picker. I fully support research too. I just question, what was that photo? And not to make light of breast cancer by any means. The Traveler is sorry to hear that. Cancer is the worst. It is. it is. Pleasant Valley Picker says, it sucks. Lost my sister and a grandfather to it. I am very sorry to hear that. Jedi Bill says, plasma spheres and lava lamps. Yes, that is how I would describe Spencer gifts and incense. Incense. Sci-Fi Nation says they still have a Spencer Gifts at the mall in the next town over. Oh, that's cool. All of our Spencer Gifts closed down. The Traveler's Bird, if you're not looking for something, but then found something good or helpful, that is serendipity. Jedi Bill says, hey, Bird, I bought a laser from Spencer Gifts and backlight posters. And Jedi Bill with another $1 super chat. Thank you, Jedi Bill. Yes. The backlight posters was another big thing Spencer Gifts had. The Travelers, as that call was fake news. The Travelers is Bird of Prey. Why hasn't Joe Biden released the cure to cancer yet? He told us he would. Absolutely. Absolutely. Where is it, Joe Biden? We want to know. He said, and I got it recorded, he said that if we elected him, he would cure cancer. We would see that he would cure cancer and it would change everything. And he is well past the halfway point of his administration, and there's no cure for cancer yet. I highly suspect he's not going to release it this term. So what's the deal? Why did he lie to us? I don't know. It's Wordle time. It's time for Wordle. Okay, guys. 5-letter word. First 5-letter word. Put it in the chat. I will be right back. I'm not going to play a commercial. You guys put in your 5-letter words. Goddamn Ouija. Okay. Well, Gorilla made it first. O-U-I-J-A. And we got an A. It did, yes. We eliminated 3 other vowels and a J. Okay. So let's see. Audio, birdo, Kapla, house. Sorry, all of those, none of those are good to follow. I'll give 1 more minute. If anybody files a word that uses A but none of the other letters, I will try it. Otherwise, I can't do Jeeps because Jeeps doesn't use the word A, the letter A. Well, technically it doesn't use the word A or the letter A. Vulva. God damn it, Kronos. No, because vulva uses a U, and there's no U. So it has to be a word that only has an A or an E or a Y as a vowel. It needs to have an A. It can have an E or a Y or both. And it can't use O, U, I, or J. Brass. Gorilla says brass. God damn it. Okay, brass. And well, we've got the A in the right place and nothing else. And nothing else. Okay. Let's try. Let's see. M E A N T. Ment. And we've got the T in the right spot and an E in the wrong spot. So let's see. Is it A-E-T? That's probably not true. So then E would have to be the first letter. Interesting. E. It's either E at the start or XXAET. I don't think there's any word that ends in AET. Which means it's got to start with E. E-G-A, EGALT. Uh-oh. What did I do? There we go. EGALT. What? E-X-A, exact. E-X-A, is there a C? Exact. There we go. There we go. Not bad. Got it in 4. Got it in 4. Okay. The traveler says, damn, I never get the first word. Sorry, traveler. Kronos is lolling. Says, hey to Picker. The traveler says, I'm not good at 5-letter words. Only 4-letter words. Kronos says, the A is in the right place. When it's green, that's what it means. Yes. The traveler says, well, we know what letters not to use. Pleasant Valley Picker says, I need to meet a woman with her A in the right spot. Captain Fandom Nerds says, Bird, you really need to be more exact when asking for words on what you want. Well, I just need words that you don't reuse the letters. Kronos is smart. Mike Richard wanted me to try exalt. Gorilla says enact. And President Picker says, wow, exact. Yes, it was exact. Kronos says, this is a thing. And Pleasant Valley Picker says, home run. Indeed. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I got it as quickly as I did. Let's see. So that's Wordle. Birdle, I've already done for today, so we can't do that again. So the big news of the day is apparently Hurricane Hillary. Hurricane Hillary could dump a year's worth of rain on parts of the Southwest. If you are in northern Mexico, southwestern United States, San Diego, Los Angeles, anywhere South California to Arizona, it's going to be a bad week for you. A bad week indeed. Hurricane Hillary prompts tropical storm warning in Southern California. Flash flood danger for Southwest. Record flooding in Death Valley. I wonder if it's going to be enough to end the droughts that, had been plaguing the Southwest. Hillary could disrupt West Coast harvest and crops. It's going to make crop prices go way up again. They'll blame it on climate change, even though it's just random. What else is going out there? What's the hottest spot in New York City? New study details extreme heat. Oh, actual hottest. Hateful scooter rider knocks Yarmouk off Jewish man's head. Yarmulke. That's how you spell yarmulke? Yeah, I guess so. It must be. I've never seen the word yarmulke spelled, but it makes more sense. I had no idea. Nurse Lucy Letby, guilty of murdering. And that's the BBC. That's happening in England. I had no idea. Cold-blooded nurse found guilty of murdering 7 babies at hospital neonatal unit. It's crazy. What else? What do we got? Microsoft says listing the Ottawa Food Bank as a tourist destination wasn't the result of unsupervised AI. The human oversight curating algorithmic content on MSN somehow missed a list of tourist hotspots and put the food bank at number 3. A Microsoft travel guide for Ottawa, Canada prominently recommends tourists visit the Ottawa Food Bank, as spotted by Paris Marks, until it was removed after this article was originally published. The food bank was number 3 recommendation on the list, sitting behind the National War Memorial and above going to Ottawa Senators hockey game. Wow. Okay, well, listen. It happens when you use AI and algorithms to put up all your content. What do you expect is going to happen? Plus, some intern probably said, okay, yeah, why wouldn't you go to a food bank for a holiday? It makes total sense. Uh-oh. Kid Rock was spotted drinking Bud Light 4 months after shooting cans over Dylan Mulvaney. Kid Rock has broken the boycott. WhatsApp gets HD photos option for sending high-res photos. Prince price analysis. Delaware judge dismisses tax charges against Hunter Biden. Citi says this high-flying Brazilian stock can rally. Anti-inflammatory snack at Costco. Mortgage rates up again, 21-year high. Strange New Worlds may have explained M'Benga's absence in Star Trek, the original series. PC games. City Skylines 2 is so realistic, it's actually making me scared. That's stupid. Let's see, what's the deal? What happened? I didn't click on 16.
LPG's AI taking over your computer.
No, it's not LDG's AI taking over the computer. What happened to City Skylines 2? Son of a bitch. Fan sued for writing about Star Trek history? The hell is this? Fan sued for writing about Star Trek history. While we've gotten used to hearing Nintendo filing lawsuits for those who infringe upon their copyrights, going as far to sue YouTubers who usually promote works of art for free, the latest lawsuit comes from Paramount Pictures over its Star Trek IP, namely the oral retelling of the first Borg invasion and the Battle of Wolf 359, titled We Engaged the Borg, better known as the Wolf 359 Project, has been shut down following Paramount Pictures' filing of the DMCA complaint. I am saddened to report that Paramount Pictures filed a DMCA complaint against the Wolf 359 Project, so we had to pull the book down. That was a book. That wasn't... Oh. Even though we have made $0 off this work, we always knew this was a possibility. Still, it had been wonderful just to be seen for a bit. Okay, that wasn't going to be free. They intended to sell the book. Paramount Pictures filed DMCA complaint against the Wolf 359 Project, a fan-made project recounting the first Borg invasion and the Battle of Wolf 359, the site of one of the most devastating battles in Federation history. Though the details about the actual DMCA complaint remain scarce, those behind the Wolf 359 Project have removed their works from public access. It's important to note that those behind the project haven't made or attempted to make any profit from their Star Trek fan work. The creators of the Wolf 359 Project weren't profiting from their work. Unfortunately, that doesn't shield them from legal repercussions if their work is interpreted as copyright infringement. Before we dive into the history of the Borg invasion, we'd like to discuss the DMCA complaint and the removal of a very popular work of Star Trek fan fiction. Fan fiction occupies a very complex space within copyright law. The whole Star Trek universe, including its characters, settings, and other elements, are protected by copyright laws, which makes fan fiction without official permission from the owner of the IP technically a violation of their copyright. If the writer of fan fiction profits from their fanfic, the infringement becomes clear-cut from a legal perspective. The Battle of Wolf 359 and its ramifications are considered pivotal events in the entire Star Trek lore, and has been referenced in several episodes and Star Trek TV series. Now, the vast majority of cases, owners or rights holders of the IP tolerate or even appreciate fan fiction as it fosters strong community and maintains the interest of the original works alive. It keeps the interest in the original works alive. Does anyone remember 50 Shades of Grey? Though they not even remotely connected to Star Trek, the original work originated as a Twilight fan fiction. It only goes to show just how powerful fan fiction can be, while also being a fantastic lesson in marketing. The creators of Wolf 359 Project weren't profiting from their work. Unfortunately, that doesn't shield them from legal repercussions. If the work is interpreted as copyright infringement, and it most certainly didn't stop Paramount from issuing a DMCA takedown notice, prompting the writers of Star Trek fanfic to remove the content and shield themselves from further infringement. Unfortunately, this still doesn't answer our question as to why did Paramount take such measures. The Battle of Wolf 359 took place in the Next Generation series when the Borg, a cybernetic species intent on assimilating other cultures, attacked the Federation and captured and assimilated Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Enterprise D. In response to the Borg threat, Federation assembled a fleet of 40 starships at Wolf 359 to intercept and stop the Borg advancement, but the battle proved to be a disaster which for the Federation, which counted 39 ships and 11,000 Starfleet personnel lost. The battle and its ramifications are considered pivotal elements in the Star Trek lore and has been referenced in several episodes, several Star Trek series. Perhaps therein lies the problem. Maybe the Wolf 359 project warranted enough attention as work that still wasn't explored by the IP owners. And that's it. That's the end of that's the whole article? What a fucking waste of my time. I don't think they completely honest about what the Wolf 359 project was. The Travelers' bird, we've already had a ton of rain and snow this past winter. I hope you guys can deal with a little bit more rain. I hope you can deal with a little bit more rain. And Aravic Sonder with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Aravic Sonder. It's a fake. Aravic Sonder says Kapla bird. TBIF. Thank you so much. TBIF indeed. Stanley says the hottest spot in New York State with a Y. At least you don't think animals are named after the noise they make. Chrono says, anyone see V? Stanley says, does everybody get the same Google News feed? No, it's supposed to be unique. Pleasant Valley Picker, Canada says, murdering babies, extremely evil. Oh, indeed. And the Traveler says, nurse killing babies should have worked at an abortion clinic. I guess they must have them there. Pleasant Valley Picker says, food bank tourist spot. Go see working poor folks trying to eat. Fun. Pleasant Valley Picker says F Kid Rock equal a-hole. Stanley says, I can't explain his absence. They hadn't invented Mbanga yet. Oh, I can explain his absence. They hadn't invented Mbanga yet. Stanley says, and it was the 60s. Guess having a black person in charge of the phones was okay, but having a black doctor wouldn't have been acceptable. But they did have him, and he was acceptable. He was in an episode or two. He existed. He just wasn't the chief doctor, because Dr. McCoy was the chief medical officer. The Traveler says, Bird of Prey, so California is going to sink into the ocean from Hillary. You know, you might, Traveler, you might. Maybe don't, unless Nancy Pelosi leaves. As long as Nancy Pelosi stays in her home, you'll be safe. Although she's up in San Francisco, so she's probably too far away. Stanley says, though I guess they had Asian driving and Russian handling the weapons. Stanley says, Bird of Prey 5, the Spider-Man fan film is free. And it's a bit slow.
Scanning. Indications negative at this time.
Sean PRK with a super chat. Thank you. And we got Eyebrow Dax. Well, it's not, yeah, with $1 super chat. Thank you, Sean. Kronos is saying Mamo Prey has issues. I don't know about that, Kronos. Pleasant Valley Picker says, thanks, Bird, everyone. I'm going to bail as I got stuff to do. Take care, Pleasant Valley Picker. I don't know, Mama Pray.
You supposed to like ice cream?
I'm not sure, because you're not doing a Mama Pray tale, I guess. He really wants a Mama Pray tale.
Well, then it's going to be that ice cream.
I think he'd be okay if it's about ice cream. Kronos says 50 Shades of Don't Give a Shit. Sean Carter says, hello all, welcome Sean Carter. Kronos says, chicks are into that stuff. Yes, Kronos, chicks are really into that stuff. Stanley says, well, that's kind of why they're doing it, right? Sean Carter says, no, Starfleet assembled the fleet. The Federation is not Starfleet. Grrr. Hey, that's true. That is true. Mamo Bray will have a Mamo Bray tale in a couple of minutes. In a couple of minutes. See, Kronos. Kronos, get angry about what you don't like, and it'll come to you. Stanley says, so this Wolf 359 was available? See, that's what I don't really see. I don't know. It makes it seem like it was available, but it also says it was a book. But it clearly wasn't a book that was published. And it clearly wasn't a PDF file or something, because if it was, you would still be able to download it somewhere. So I don't know really what it was. And that's like Stanley says, do like some people have copies of it? I don't think they do. I don't think they do. Kronos is later taters. Are you leaving, Kronos? It's a steak. Stanley says, oh damn, I didn't notice Mbenga was in TOS. Sorry. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It doesn't make sense because Dr. Mbenga was in 1 or 2 TOS episodes. He was a doctor who served under Dr. McCoy, but his specialty was Vulcans. So he was better at Vulcans than Dr. McCoy. So when he was around and Spock needed care, Dr. Mbenga would care for Spock because Dr. Mbenga had more experience with Vulcans than Dr. McCoy. But from everything else we could tell, Mbenga was a younger, less experienced overall doctor than Dr. McCoy. And he most certainly was not a ninja assassin doctor. The Traveler says, Mamo pray, with Mamo pray emojis. I scream, you scream, we all scream for Mamo pray tales. Stanley says, that's what I was thinking. It was once online, then figure someone saved it. Stanley says, book out now, Oral History of the Borg Invasion and Battle of Wolf 359, a Star Trek fan project by Andy 3E and Starfleet Hist. Art by Illustrated STEE and Graham TG. And they have read the book hot link to an empty, dead Dropbox. So maybe it was an online briefly. Okay, if it was online briefly, then somewhere out there on the torrents is the Wolf 359 project. And I will look for it and I will resurrect it. The Travelers is the ninja assassin doctor. Well, that's what he is. That's what Dr. Mbenga is now. Okay. So, Mamo Pray needs another minute. So let's do another look at Google News. Then we'll do Mamo Pray Tale. Then we'll do Dear Bops. Let's see. Strange New World may have, okay, so let's see. What is their explanation? May have made a bold choice for Enterprise Chief Medical Officer. Instead of creating a brand new character for the prequel series, they decided to pluck an obscure character from the original series, introducing the original series season 2, episode 16, A Private Little War. As an expert in Vulcan medicine, Dr. Joseph Mbenga would later appear as a chief medical officer aboard the Enterprise in Strange New Worlds. So where he had been in intervening years between Pike and Kirk's command, and why wasn't he the ship's doctor during those later voyages? Before he was introduced to the pilot episode of Strange New Worlds, Dr. Mbenga was known to Star Trek fans only as a member of Dr. McCoy's staff. Yet in the new series, Mbenga is a chief medical officer and a compassionate physician with a multifaceted backstory. In fact, it's precisely his colorful history and many of the decisions he made since assuming his duties aboard the Enterprise that could explain why he no longer served as ship's doctor in the original series. Because he had terrible PTSD because he gave his child away, because he was a crazed assassin, because he lied to Captain Pike, because he murdered people as a matter of course. I would say they ruined the character of Dr. Mbenga. But that's just me. Anyway, are you ready, Mama Pray? With a Mama Pray tale, it's Mama Pray.
Oh, I speak now, yes. I know, I'm joking. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good, whatever part of the day it is for you. Now, Kronos wanted a tale, and this was going to be a very short tale. It might still be. We'll see. How can I describe, how should I say this? I have the palate of a 6-year-old, meaning all the favorite foods I had when I was 6, outside of lobster, are still my favorite foods. I have a terrible diet. I don't know how I've, come along. Well, I do eat some healthy foods. I mean, I like fruits and I like vegetables. I do eat those, but not too often lately. Since Bird hasn't been feeling well these past few months, his appetite really, he's had none. And I'll make him whatever he wants, but I am horrible at cooking for myself. I really am. Let's go back to the foods that I like if I'm not cooking, If he doesn't want something cooked, then I'm not going to cook. But we do order out, not as much as we did before. But if going back to what I like, in meat, I'll only eat beef or pork. I like pork. I like a nice loin of pork, a pork chop. I like barbecued meat, pork or brisket, smoked, but I can't eat that anymore. If it's smoked, it's the nitrates or something. Since, what was it, when I got sick and went in the hospital that time a couple of years ago, and the vertigo set in, I find that I can't eat smoked meat. So that's kind of out of the question. Mashed potatoes. Oh my goodness. I can remember my grandmother making me mashed potatoes, and I could just eat that alone. I have a confession. These past 2 months, I have had just mashed potatoes a few times for dinner. It just is something I like. But what I really like is ice cream. And again, over these past few months, if Bird is eating something small, I mean, he'll eat a sandwich. I'll make him a sandwich. I don't really care for, what he's eating. So I have taken to buying these drumstick ice cream cones. And I will find myself eating them. They're little. They have 3 sizes, apparently, and I get the small ones, not the real minis and not the regular size. But I'll find myself eating 3, maybe even 4 of these a day. So this morning, I said to Bird, I really need to get my diet together and expand what I eat. So I have decided that I need to eat 3 meals a day. And I told him, so I found out that they don't make brisket flavored ice cream. So I'm going to get 3 different flavors of ice cream, and that'll be my meals. And then I came back and I said, oh, wait a minute. I need 4 different flavors because I know they make coffee ice cream. I like that. So that's my new diet, guys. I'm going to eat ice cream for every meal. And so far, I haven't gained weight. We'll see how far this goes. That's my ice cream story, guys. But the truth is, I really do still like the things I liked at 6. Pot roast, mashed potatoes. Oh, gotta have gravy on the mashed potatoes. And ice cream. That's it, guys. My short tale. Sorry you don't like ice cream, Kronos.
I think Kronos actually left.
Oh, he left because he didn't want to hear about ice
I
cream.
think so.
Oh, well. I hope he doesn't have a personal thing against it.
Yeah.
All right. Everyone, have a good evening or whatever it is. I think I'm done. I've got to go figure out what ice cream I'm having for dinner.
Stanley asked if you like eggs.
Oh, not really. I can only eat eggs if they're like in an omelet, really well cooked. I cannot eat fried egg or anything if the egg is not fully cooked. Unfortunately, that they do not agree with me there. I do eat I like potatoes and eggs, peppers and eggs, that kind of stuff. An omelet, a Western omelet. But I haven't had one in a while because I'm too lazy to make it for myself.
And the Travelers is Mamo Pray on an ice cream diet.
Yes.
That's the goal. Kronos is banned for not liking ice cream.
Oh,
says the
no.
Traveler.
No.
And Stanley says, yeah, I like my scrambled eggs. Well done.
Yes.
Don't like runny eggs.
No.
It's like eating snot.
Oh.
Jedi Bill says Rocky Road. Mamo Pray, I love you.
Yes, Rocky Road is good.
Okay, well, thank you, Mamo Pray.
You're welcome, son. Go back to your stream.
Well,
It does not have ice cream in it.
we're going to do our Dear Bops, and then we'll call it an evening.
What kind of ice cream would you like for dinner?
I'm pretty good with peanut butter and jelly ice cream,
Oh,
probably. Well,
okay.
we'll see.
Right.
Or pasta.
Oh,
Or pasta ice cream, yeah. Okay, guys. Dear Bob, why did the transgender man only eat salads? Because he was a her before. A herbivore. A her before. I get it. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I get it. He was a her before. Dear Bob, Anonymous here. Why is it so hot in Texas? Because it's summer. It's summer in Texas. It's supposed to be hot. Why is it so hot in Texas? It was 109 yesterday. It's supposed to be 108 on Sunday in Texas. Well, first of all, Texas is a huge state. If it's 109 somewhere in Texas. It's probably also 99 somewhere else in Texas, maybe even 89, and maybe 119. It's a big place. So don't say it's supposed to be 109 in Texas. Say it's supposed to be 109, in El Paso or wherever you're speaking about. But anyway, it's supposed to be 108 on Sunday in Texas. The secret word is heat. You know what you do whenever anyone says the secret word, right? Scream real loud. No, that's something Pee Wee Herman did. This is not Pee Wee Herman. We don't have a secret word or I scream real loud. The only time I scream real loud is when the secret word pisses me off and it starts me ranting. The Travelers says make pizza ice cream. That would be an interesting interesting ice cream flavor. Resolute Germ, hello all, welcome Resolute. Dear Bob, what is Mamo Prey's favorite movie? It's a good question. What is Mamo Prey's favorite movie? I had to guess. Mamo Prey's standing there, but she's giving me the opportunity to guess. I don't know. Would it be like a old-time Disney movie? Would it be a more modern, like Goodfellas? Would it be a comedy? No.
You want a hint?
Yeah, hint.
Okay. It's a movie that's been done as a play.
West Side Story.
Yes.
West Side Story is Mamo Frey's favorite movie. The original West Side Story,
Yes,
I guess.
the original. Yes, of course, the original.
It's a good question. I did not know that.
But as soon as I started with the hint, you got
Well,
it.
once you started with the hint. What's your second favorite movie?
Oh, God. I just gave you a hint.
You gave me a hint?
What did I say? What did I just say when you asked me that question? Never mind. The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. There's Mamo Frey's two favorite movies. Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says Mamo Frey's favorite movie should be a contest with prizes. Well, too late. I guess.
Oh, never heard it.
Executive producer Saul Leibowitz says, what did Mamo Frey think of the West Side Story remake?
I didn't see
She
it,
thought enough of it to not ever see it.
even though some of it was filmed right near here.
Yeah, some of it was filmed in this neighborhood.
But I chose not to see it because I did not want to ruin my memories of the original.
She chose not to see it. She didn't want to ruin her memories of the original. God bless all. Oh, what was this? I read that. Dear Bob, since it's bad poetry, I thought I would share some might be called the worst poem ever written. My soul is wrapped in harsh repose. Midnight descends in raven-colored clothes. But soft, behold, a sunlight beam cutting a swath of glimmering gleam. Yet her smell, it doth linger. My heart expands. 'Tis grown a bulge in it, inspired by your beauty, effugilant. Cecily, by William the Bloody Awful Poet. Okay? A wonderful poem, Cecily, by William the Bloody Awful Poet. And dear Bob, tinyurl.com. What is tinyurl? It is a website that makes short URLs out of long, ugly web space addresses. So if you have an address like www.cantilever.com/mark.52 .7/upgrade.php != runtime.dll #44. You can copy that, put it into tinyurl.com, and get a website address that's like tinyurl.com/FM25, and that's it. You have a much tinier URL to go to a much longer URL. Of course, people can track the people who click on the link and whatnot. It doesn't really hurt anything, but it does just, the reason why people will allow you to give it that URL is so they can then track the number of people going to it, clicking on it, and they get to see where you're coming from and whatnot. So even though it might be free, it's not free of consequence. You're paying for it. You're paying for it by giving somebody else access to your your data. I think it's still well worth it. But yeah, that's what tinyurl, and there's dozens, hundreds, probably thousands of sites like tinyurl that do the same thing. Anyway, guys, I guess that'll be it for today. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday. And I do not think I'll be doing Twilight Zone yet again this Sunday. Probably be, if all goes well, next Sunday, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'll see how things go, but more than likely, probably won't be Monday till I'm back streaming again. So enjoy your weekend. I will try to see you out there somewhere. Kapla all. Bird